What's up, y'all? We're back out here in the garage to start off what should be another really fun video. Definitely something different for this one right here. As you can see, no cars, no heli, but it is something that I'm gonna take flight with again. This is actually my first adventure into drones right here. We've got the new DJI Flip. Now, unfortunately for me, it's probably gonna be tomorrow before I'm actually gonna get to fly this thing. It'll be the same video for y'all, but it just got delivered and I just could not help but open it, and I wanted to do it on video. Again, I'm brand new to drones here, so this is going to be my perspective from somebody absolutely brand new to drones. I've never flown any kind of real serious drone. My dad gave me an older one he had, but no kind of GPS, no nothing. It's more just like a kind of a quadcopter, really, more than a drone. So again, this is my first venture into like a real serious drone. Now, I have watched several videos on this already, so I'm aware of some people's opinion, some of the shortcomings it may have, but it's going to be absolutely perfect for what I want it for. Now, of course, like I said, this is the fly more combo, so you know all that stuff adds to the cost, but you do get a few extra little goodies. And the first one of those extras obviously being your little carrying case. I'm pretty sure you don't get any little carrying case when you don't get this fly more combo. So pretty nice carrying case, nice padded stuff, all your little accessories in the top here. I'm gonna go quick through this part because again, I'm not a drone expert. That's just your instructions there. You actually got 3 extra sets of blades, looks like. Yeah, 3 extra sets of blades there. Now I think this is a 4 blade, so I guess they figure we'll give you 3. You got to get the 4th one if you break that many. But actually, no, now that I'm looking at it here, it looks like this is 6. This is actually 6 sets because I'm assuming it's 2 blades per rotor there. So you got 6 sets of rotors there. And then of course you get a USB-C charging cable, a little baby Phillips screwdriver, and a couple of packs of trail mix. And then digging on into the bottom, I'm assuming this looks like, yeah, this is going to be your 2 batteries and your little battery charging hub here. There you can see the 2 extra batteries are already installed, and you got places actually for 2 more. One should be on the drone. Power button here, I'm assuming that's maybe how you power it on actually after you get a power source. Now there was a little controversy on this right here. Input 5 volt, 9, 12, or 15, max 4.3 amp. The output. Now the wattage on this, from what I understand, as long as you run this with a 65 watt power source, it's supposed to simultaneously charge 2 at a time. Some people are saying it's not doing that. Some people are saying they're not truly using a 65 watt charger, but I'm going to know for sure. Now I won't be able to test it on this video, but this is a power source I use for some of my RC chargers. This thing will put out up to 100 watts, and it's a USB-C straight from it. So the cable's no issue. This thing delivers 100 watts of power, up to 100 watts, because some of my chargers tell me when I plug this in how much wattage is available, and it shows 100 watts. So anyway, you got your charger and your 2 batteries there, and then of course this is going to be your RC2 controller. This thing I really wanted. It was not cheap to add this on, but I think this is going to be a big plus over just the phone. If you got a super nice phone, I mean, the phone wouldn't be probably as bad. I've got a decent phone, but mine's still 4G, I believe it is. I've never upgraded even to a 5G, so I don't know how that would affect it. From what I've seen, everybody absolutely loves this thing right here. You can do all your updating. It's got a SD card. It's got a USB-C input you can do for audio and stuff. So a couple of antennas up here, your buttons for recording video. I'm assuming this is probably going to be maybe pan and tilt for your camera. And then of course there's your sticks. You screw them on in the back there. Even a couple more buttons on the back. And then the last thing, of course, should be our drone all folded up. I thought that was really cool too. There's mixed opinions on that. Again, people just, you know, especially people who have used drones and used drones for specific purposes, they may, you know, they may not like something like this, and they just may have other preferences. So this isn't for them. To me, so far, this looks really cool. Now, I can tell you first impression, it does not feel cheap to me at all. I've seen a couple different videos. Some of them say it feels cheap to them. A couple of other ones said it felt actually pretty robust and beefy compared to even like the Mini 4 Pro. And to me, just as somebody using like little helicopters, again, I'm not real familiar with pro type drones, I guess you would call this. It seems pretty robust to me. Now, of course, you got the 3rd battery here is already installed on the top, so I'm gonna take that off. You got your button on the side here because you can fly this thing. You don't even have to have your phone even to fly this. There's 3 different ways to fly it without anything at all with this button right right here. It talks to you and tells you your different modes, or you can connect it to your cell phone, or you can connect it to a controller, either the screen controller or the non-screen controller. So I thought that was really nice that you can just use it without any of this stuff involved. Now the drone itself also has a micro SD card slot and a USB slot. Over there looks like your indicators for your battery, I'm assuming. And then the button over here, well, one of these is going to be power, one's going to be for the mode for sure. On the front here, you got your camera cover there. Make sure nothing happens to it. Now, people have been complaining about this right here too, this rubber piece, but from what I understand, this is just for shipping purposes, and once you take this rubber piece off the first time, you don't put that back on, and you use just the front piece to protect your camera gimbal and all. So you got your camera on the front, again, 3-axis gimbal, so very, very nice camera on this thing, 4K, 60 frames per second, several other different modes. This right here is your infrared kind of obstacle detection from what I'm understanding, and it shows kind of what mode you're in if you're using the hands-free or device-free mode, I should say. And then of course the little party trick to this thing and its namesake is the way it flips open. So you just flip the little arms open here. Now if I had the battery in, it would automatically come up when you open up the last one, it would automatically power on, but obviously I don't have the battery in. As far as the size of this thing, I think this is probably a perfect size from what I was actually expecting. I'm really happy with the size. It's already got the rotor protectors on it, which is a plus and a minus. It doesn't handle the wind quite as well as some other bigger ones that I've seen, but I got a feeling I'm going to be incredibly impressed with this thing, especially as somebody who hasn't used a GPS drone before. I think this is going to be very impressive. And if I bump into stuff as a new drone flyer, I mean, this is insurance right here. So I'm very, very happy these guards are on the blades. So there's a quick unboxing just to show you what you do get. I'm going to put these batteries on charge and get them all freshened up, and then I'll try to figure out what I'm doing with this thing halfway so I can do a little test flight and show y'all what that's all about. All right, y'all, I'm not sure where I'm gonna stick this little clip, but obviously you'll see wherever it is. I just wanted to show you right quick. I actually plugged in this charger and got it charging up so I could test flight this thing. And from what I can see, it's charging 2 batteries simultaneously, just like it's supposed to. So as you can see there, that one's charging. It's basically up to about the second little dot there as far as charging. And the other one's the same, up to the little second dot. Now, if you push this shows you what charge they're at. You can see that one's charged. Well, they started up too quick, but it does it on both sides. You can see that right there shows you that it's on about the second dot, between the first and second dot, and that's the charging progress. So from what I can tell, both of these things are charging simultaneously, just like they're supposed to. And you can see what I'm using here, just the straight 100-watt USB-C charger. This thing, if anybody's interested in, these things are really, really handy. I mean, you can see it, and it doesn't, like some people think, well, it's too powerful. It's only going to send what your product draws. I mean, unless you just got some really trashy something that you're plugging this into, it's only going to draw as much as the product needs. So this handles lots of different uses. It looks like it's working fine here, and it works really good for a lot of other stuff that needs a USB-C power supply. All right, I wanted to give y'all an update. This thing does charge 2 batteries at once. It does exactly what it's supposed to. So it took exactly 39 minutes to charge both of these right here from 1.5 to full. It's completely full now. You can see both of them. 4 bars there, and it's moved on to this last one. So now that last one's at 1.5 also. So there's no doubt this thing charged both of these batteries at the same time, just like it's supposed to. All right, y'all, it's the next day out here, and I'm out here in the open because I feel like this thing will be fine in the trees at my house, but I don't want to take any chances. So I've got everything programmed. This thing was really, really easy to program. One thing I will say is this RC2 controller is incredibly nice. It is incredibly nice. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, your SD card. I mean, it's got everything. It records everything for you. Right now I've got everything recording except the screen record here. I'll do that here in a second so I can kind of sync that up. I'm not going to mess with the volume recording through this drone. There is a setup where it kind of gets rid of the propeller noise, but I haven't set all that up and tested, so I don't want to get too complicated. I'll probably do a separate video for that. So that being said, we're good to go. So let's see if we can take off here. You got to hold it. So hold it. And she's up in the air. And it said home point updated. So right now there's some pretty hefty wind going out here. and you can see it's at a little bit of a tilt, but looks like it's good to go. Now I'm recording it, actually I'm recording it 4K 100, which I didn't mean to do, so let me stop that and put it on just regular 4K 60. All right, hopefully I can get all this synced up when I get out there or when I get to editing. So now we're recording on 4K 60 right now, so should be a nice clear picture. I'll have to do the screen record so y'all can see what's going on the controller. I think you can see a little bit. The one thing I'm not sure about is my focus. It's not looking really focused. Oh, there we go, the AF. I'm assuming that's autofocus. I've seen some different stuff about this focus, so I'll have to do some reading on that, but let's see about flying this thing. One thing I can tell you right now is this is night and day from like those little helicopters that I've had. This is night and day. Let's see what abrupt motion looks like. I mean, I'm doing I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm doing some very abrupt motion out there, and this camera is very nice and steady. I mean, again, y'all, this is night and day. Let's see if I can there's me right there. So you can see, I don't know if you can see the screen. I'll start a screen record here in a second. Well, let's see, it's supposed to have obstacle avoidance from the front. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I trust this thing that, oh, okay, it stopped. It was coming right at my head. I don't trust this thing that much just yet, y'all. So let's take it out there to a distance. Now, of course, with this drone is under 250 grams. If I didn't mention that, obviously, it's under 250 grams, so recreational type of rules apply. You know, again, don't take my advice as far as what should be done, you know, with your certification. Now, I don't know what these knobs are for on the back. I think one of these knobs, oh yeah, okay. One of these knobs is definitely the tilt. So you can tilt or pan. Is that pan? That's pan, I believe. Or tilt. I don't know my camera lingo exactly. So let's go over here and do a little exploring. Everything, I mean, I got a nice wide open area out here, so everything's in line of sight. Let me make sure I stay within range of my mic over here. One thing I do want to get is, I thought this thing actually came with a lanyard or lanyard things on the bottom right here, but apparently it didn't. So I'm gonna order some of those from Amazon, and I want to get me a screen protector too. So okay, all right, nice. So it shows you like, it shows your home point there, which is nice. So I've got it in normal mode as far as the speed and all, and it's moving at a good clip. What, 17 mile an hour? 17, yeah. Whew. That thing's scary though when you're it's actually scary looking at this screen and taking my eyes off of this thing, because I'm used to those little helis. If you take your eyes off of those helis for long, they're going to drift. This thing, I mean, look at this thing. It's incredibly steady. It's not moving, and there is some decent wind out here today. So I'm gonna tell you right now, as a new person to drones, I'm incredibly impressed so far with what I'm seeing. Now I'm gonna have to figure out my volume deal, because I need to figure out which mic I want to use if I actually use this as far as a separate camera angle. So this will be a good test just to see what my Rode mic does with nothing at all going on with the drone, and then I'll do some testing in another video as far as the noise reduction and all. So let's turn her around, or actually let's do this. Let's see if I can I don't know what this does. Unable to use focus track in current recording format. So I think you can only track on 4K 30. So the 4K 60 is more meant for like really nice photos, getting really nice videos and photos and stuff. So let's fly her on out there. So right now I'm at 22 feet. I guess I should be higher. Like I'm just, holy moly, y'all. I'm so nervous about flying this thing this high. That is incredible. And so now you know your ceiling is 400 feet. Look at that view, y'all. Holy. And I still got plenty of good vision on the drone. I mean, I can see it plainly. I will say one thing though, if this was not GPS controlled, there is absolutely no way, there's no way I would go this high. I mean, there's no way. And I'm only at 157 feet. I'm not even halfway of what you're allowed to go as far as, you know, unregistered type thing. Holy moly, y'all. I mean, but you can definitely still see it. Like my anxiety level's through the roof right now, y'all. I mean, I'm not even joking you. It is absolutely through the roof right now. Totally through the roof. Especially like looking down at the controller like this. That's incredible. That's just absolutely incredible to me. This is like a whole new world as far as aerial photography and stuff, getting some nice video. And look at that. I mean, that tilt on that thing is nice. Pan. I'll have to get my lingo right so y'all ain't making fun of me. That is awesome. I mean, that's incredible right there. Look at that view. That's so cool, y'all. So cool. Like, I don't want to get too crazy right now. How high am I? I'm at 200 feet. See, I'm only halfway. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, y'all, that's so high. That's so high. I'm so nervous about that right now. I'm not going to get real crazy. I know there's probably, I know some of y'all are probably saying, what's this dude talking about? What is he worried about? But I mean, I'm so high up in the air right now. That is so incredibly high in the air. That's wild. Let me find me. So I'm back over here. It's really, okay, so the home point, it shows it off the screen. I probably should give y'all some screen record. So there's my home point. Let's come back down. Let's come back down. Let's get back down into the realm of, let's see how fast it's dropping at 11 miles an hour. So this thing moves and it's on normal right now. Cinematic obviously is much slower, much smoother, but even on normal, I mean, this is pretty cool. I hope I'm still in the range of my mic. I keep walking away like I don't have to worry about range, but that's definitely not the case. Get back over here, see what my battery is looking. 69% on my battery, so still really good on the battery, and it's freezing cold. If I didn't mention, the weather is actually freezing out here today. I just realized I had the thing tilted down so low that y'all probably couldn't even see it. Let's see if I can get it straight. That looks about straight right there, pretty even. All right, I'm gonna see if I can give you a little screen recording here. All right, so we should be screen recording now. So I'm gonna show you here what I'm looking at on the screen. You can see there, that's all my controls. So again, I mean, this picture is incredibly nice, y'all. This picture is only, I think my controller is 1080. And then of course you can record in whatever. This will probably be 720 or 1080 y'all are seeing. But I mean, that's incredible to me. That's just really incredible to me. I mean, I've never had a drone, like really fancy drone like this. So like, again, some of y'all probably think that's nothing, but I think it's awesome. All right, let's try to return to home and actually see what that does. So the return to home button is just up here on the top. Y'all won't be able to see that, but I'm gonna
return to home.
Returning to home, so it's doing a countdown. So it turned around there. You can probably see, oh no, it's not counting down, it's already coming. Yeah, you can see it there. I don't know if y'all can see it in my other view here. That sun up there is blocking it, but I can see it. It's coming on in. I've still got the screen recording going here on the controller, so we'll see what happens. A fella just came by, y'all probably got like an abrupt edit, but the fella came by, I was talking to him about these things. He thought it was cool as anything. I mean, I think it's awesome. So I'm looking basically straight up right now.
Landing.
And yeah, it's gonna come down. There's my little orange square right there. So y'all can see it's looking down now here on the controller. And there it comes in. I'm curious to see how close it'll get with all this wind. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit off, but I mean, you can't really complain about that. It's definitely gonna miss my orange square. It missed the orange square by probably 18 inches, something like that. So that ain't too bad right there. But let's try the follow on it now and see if I can make my way around this track. See, I can't get my thumb in there to hold this.
Direction track. Follow.
Follow. Let's make it follow us and we'll walk around the track here.
Follow. 3.
I've got it on close follow. Close and level, I think. So as you can see, this should follow me now, and we should be able to watch it on our on the phone here. Now my phone's probably, and it's got, I don't know why my phone is giving me alerts. I've definitely got to turn these alerts off. So y'all can see there, it's following me. Hopefully the microphone's not incredibly just totally drowned out by the propeller noise. Yeah, everything's in frame there, so it's supposed to follow you, you know, no matter where you go. Now you can see on the phone here, You can choose flat, and you can choose make it go up higher. You can also make it go in front of you and go backwards, but I really don't want to do too much of that out here right now because this is a walking trail, and it doesn't have any rear avoidance, so I don't want it to run into anybody. But looks like it's tracking no problem at all. Yeah, so you can see on the phone now, and also I think you can do some other fancy stuff maybe. What can you make it do? Man, nothing maybe. I think you can do some, oh yeah, this. No, that's land. We don't want it to land. I'm pretty sure you can do some other like fancy like POI type stuff. Let's see if we click on that. I'm not sure, you may have to make it stop first. I don't know what I'm talking about out here, y'all. Again, this is my first venture into the whole drone world, so I'm new at this thing. We got somebody walking by. I don't want to be filming people just to be doing it. We'll get off the road here just in case that thing don't follow me properly. Just had another fella stop me interested in the drones. Everybody's always interested. We're about to lose battery though because I'm stopping and talking to everybody like that. Let me get off the trail. I hate to get on the trail with this thing, run into people. I'm definitely getting a little bit low on batteries. I'm either gonna have to move this show along or cut it short or change the battery one, but I'm really wanting to just test it and make sure I'm getting a good picture out here as far as the good 4K 60 frames and all that good stuff. All right, y'all, I'm having a time out here trying to jug all these recordings on all these devices. My doggone head mount went, battery died on me and I didn't know, so I don't know how much of that y'all missed, but we're gonna try to do a little direction follow the rest of the way on this trail. So as you can see here,
Follow, droney, circle, rocket, spotlight, direction track.
Let's do direction track.
Medium.
I've got it on
track.
medium
3, 2,
and level.
1.
So that's supposed to stay right there in front of me, and when I walk forward, it's supposed to keep going forward like that. So let's see if it actually does. Well, actually, it's kind of to the side, but I don't know. It don't act like it knows what it's doing there. Oh, it got a little confused. Maybe because of this GoPro. That could be what it is. The GoPro could be in the way, but I mean, it looks like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. The only thing about, again, like I was saying, going backwards is there's no obstacle avoidance going backwards. And I'm noticing it doesn't really stay exactly in front of you, although I've got some wind, so that's probably what's going on there. It's probably trying to adjust for the wind, but it looks like it's doing pretty good. My head cam battery died and my drone battery died, so I had to stop and change the battery. So again, I don't know how much of this y'all missed, but whatever, we should be able to get to the rest of the trail here. I'm curious to see how good it'll, like, see, I may have to, yeah, so if you can kind of make it do what you want by kind of cutting the little edges short like that. All right, I got it started back up again now, and I've got the screen record going on. I'm gonna tell you what, this is a chore right here, y'all, juggling all this stuff. It makes me a little bit nervous with this direction follow in front of me too, again, because of the no obstacle avoidance, but I'm really curious to see definitely what the mic sounds like, because this isn't a quiet little thing. I mean, it's not super loud, but it's definitely nothing quiet. I'm definitely gonna have a chore trying to piece all these videos together and get them timed up right, because I've got 3 or 4 different things out here now. And the bad thing is I can't really give myself a little clapping cue with this drone footage because there's no audio from it. All right, I changed my mind. I think I'm actually gonna just have it follow us.
Close. Follow. 3.
Since it's going forward, it's got obstacle avoidance. Probably avoid any kind of mishap for sure like that. All right, I think we're safe again now. Actually, I can use this little screen finder in my GoPro here as a little window to see the drone, make sure it's still following me. So it's doing a great job, looks like, yeah. Absolutely no problem when it's on the follow like this. And plus, again, it's got the forward avoidance, so I'm not worried about running into anybody. So needless to say, I think this is a really cool little drone right here. Again, it's gonna do everything I need it to do. I can't wait to actually do some really nice scenery kind of videos and photo to check stuff out, because I can already tell it's gonna be some really nice quality. Let's walk over here through some of these little trees and bushes and all to see, make sure it doesn't have any problem here. I'm actually gonna go right up against this one right here, almost touching it, and see what happens. All right, so y'all see what happened there. it stops. So it doesn't really move and it doesn't really navigate it all that great, but it definitely stops so you don't have any kind of big crazy collision going on. I'm sure I've been fumbling and bumbling my way all the way through this video right here, but I told y'all I was a total noob to this, and I wanted to give you the total noob effect right out the box. I mean, I barely read any kind of directions. I did what I needed to do as far as being legal and all that good stuff, but this is definitely a newbie experience right here. All right, let's wrap this one up right quick. It's actually been a week that's gone by since I actually did the test flight of this thing, and what y'all are seeing right here, I just had a bunch of stuff come up and hadn't had a chance to even edit it or do a little outro or anything. So long story short, I guess, is I think this is an awesome little drone, especially, I mean, as a first time really drone owner, flyer, like I say, any kind of serious drone, I think this thing is very, very cool. This RC2 controller, I can't say enough about this thing. I'm really, really glad I got that as well. Now, again, you can get it without that and you can add it on later, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a game changer. That thing does everything you want it to do. But anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to having some more fun with this thing and getting some really nice video of some nice scenery and stuff. And I've got some good ideas already to use this as another camera source, another view in some of my other videos. So definitely stay tuned for that. But if you do enjoy the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. All of that stuff really does help. Again, I've got tons of really good stuff on the way. I've just gotten behind. I've got a couple of brand new RCs that I've still got to unbox, and I've got a few really, really cool upgrade and build things I've got going. So stay tuned for all that, and I'll see y'all soon.